Hey loves, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to some wonderful person who might like it too. All right, guys, so today we're going to do an unboxing. I got two decks here, so I'm going to do two unboxings, one after another, two different videos. And we're going to check out some new decks that I got. Most of you that know me know that I have about 400 decks, and I just keep collecting ones that I'm really drawn to. Decks that I generally collect, as you're going to see from my collections over the months to come, are mostly ones that are, I would say, diverse decks, body positive. Some of them are new decks. Some of them are just things I'm interested in. So this one is no exception. So for a true unboxing, we're going to cut open the bag. Now, Customs has already had their way with this. So as you can see, it won't be hard for us to get inside of it. They have closed it from how it was originally closed. So we're just going to cut it open at the top and check it out. All right. Okay. There it is. This one is called the Philly Tarot. And inside of it is the Gentleman's card, the Philly Tarot deck. So if anybody's interested, you can check it out here. phillytarotdeck.com at James Boyle. So this is who created or is distributing. I think he created it. I'm not sure. And we're going to check it out. You guys know I'm from Philadelphia, and even though I really don't like living in the States, which is why I don't live there, I really love a lot of things about Philadelphia. It was my hometown, and I was born and raised at I was born in Albert Einstein Medical Center. I'm messing up my box. Let me cut this out. Give me a second, y'all. I was born at Albert Einstein Medical Center, and I was raised in Mount Airy, Philadelphia. I graduated from Temple University. So I'm a Philadelphia person. I'm definitely a Philadelphian. There we go. Now we got it out the plastic. So when I saw this deck, I was like, oh my God, I have to have this deck. So I got it. And now we're going to see if my hunch was correct. And I have to have this tarot deck. It comes in a very sturdy box, as you can see right here. There is a guidebook. And the guidebook was written by Gina. And the deck was created by James. All right. So it's a small guidebook. Standard guidebook we usually get with a tarot deck. I'm going to move this out the way, and I'm going to show you guys the cards. And as I'm going through the cards, I'll tell you how I feel about them. All right, let's take it out the box. If you want to read the back of the box, you can pause here and take a look at it. Okay. Now let's get right to these cards. Has a little plastic thing on it, which is good. I'm going to have to cut that. Make sure that doesn't end up killing some poor animal somewhere. Let me cut that. All right, so let's take a look. All right, I'm just going to put them down one at a time. The Philly fanatic is the fool. This is very entertaining. Now, some of these people I'm not going to recognize. These are all supposed to be famous Philadelphians, okay? Or famous people or situations or things from Philadelphia. I don't know who this guy is here. But I do recognize some of the things that are in the photo. Let's take a look at it. First of all, if you take a really good look, you can see that there is a clothespin. We have a huge clothespin in Philadelphia. He has a bus token for SEPTA over here, it looks like. And I think the quill pen was from the Founding Fathers. And there's a cheesesteak right there. That is what we call a Philadelphia cheesesteak. I love it. So the magician has everything that he needs to be a true Philadelphian, okay? All right, let's take a look at the rest of them. That was the magician. I don't know who this is either, but whoever it is, this person is the high priestess. The guidebook will be useful in figuring out who the people are. I know this one. This is Betsy Ross because Betsy Ross, according to legend, created the first American flag. I'm not sure if that's historically accurate or not, but that's what we were told. And she created it in Philadelphia. So I have to look it up and make sure that's true. But that's the legend that we were told in Philadelphia. So I think that's the truth. If any of you know otherwise, please let me know. Look at that. The emperor is Benjamin Franklin. Everybody knows Benjamin Franklin and his kite and his famous story about the electricity. Supposedly he figured out what to do with electricity because he was flying a kite and the lightning struck. It's his whole story about it. Just Google Benjamin Franklin and it'll tell you his famous story. He was a famous Philadelphian, very well known. I think in like the 1800s, around that time. It would have been around the time of the Revolutionary War, if I'm not mistaken. This is Questlove. I know Questlove when I see Questlove, and that is Questlove. Questlove is from Philadelphia. He is a member of the Roots, and he is a famous Philadelphian. Everybody knows Questlove. Excellent musician. So we can see already there's some great diversity going on in this deck. This is the Lovers. The Lovers is a statue. I don't remember this statue, but it's got to be somewhere in downtown Philly, this looks like. And that is a great depiction of the Lovers. Love it. Oh, the Chariot. This cracks me up, y'all. Look at this. The Chariot is the SEPTA bus. This is the bus I rode to school and to work until I learned how to drive. I rode this bus for years and years and years, and that's exactly what it looks like. SEPTA. The SEPTA bus is the Chariot. Love it. Oh, look at this, guys. Now, Rocky, this is Rocky Balboa from the movie Rocky, played by Sylvester Stallone, and the Rocky statue is in Philadelphia at the Art Museum. So if you go to the Art Museum, check out Rocky. The strength card. Everybody knows about Rocky. Now, this one, I don't know this man's name, but I do know the background. The background is his home. And this is exactly what his home looks like. He took a bunch of what looks to me like just upcycled things and put them all over, and he made art out of it. It's gorgeous. It was on South Street, if it's still there. So he is the Hermit, and he did a really good job with it. It is gorgeous. When I was a young girl, we would always walk down South Street. And on South Street, we would always stop there and take a look at that place. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, this looks like Boyz II Men to me, if I'm not mistaken. Boyz II Men is a famous R&B group that is from Philly. They went to the same high school I went to, Creative and Performing Arts. I don't hear them performing a lot anymore, but when I was a girl, they were hot. They were everywhere. Now, this is the Justice card. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that man is, but I'll find out. I will find out. This is the Liberty Bell, and it is in Philadelphia, and it was cracked. Apparently, it cracked, I think, when it used to ring, and at one point it cracked, and then they stopped ringing it and just kept it as like a statue. The Liberty Bell. So if you ever visit Philadelphia, these are some of the famous places you will want to go. This is Edgar Allan Poe. Edgar Allan Poe lived in Philadelphia for a certain amount of time. I don't think he's from Philadelphia, but he definitely lived in Philadelphia. And he is celebrated. There's like a house, I believe, in downtown that was his. And he did indeed live there and write some of his great works. I don't know who this is, but I do recognize his jersey. This could be, I don't know. The Philadelphia Sixers is the jersey, and I don't know if that's supposed to be, he got 2 cheesesteaks in his hand. I know that for a fact. But I don't know who he's supposed to be. I don't know if he's Julius Erving or another famous Sixer. So we're going to have to look that one up too. This is Gritty, if I'm not mistaken, his name is. Gritty is the devil. Gritty is the mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers. I don't know why they would put him as the devil. He does kind of look weird though. So I don't know. Gritty is funny though. I don't think he's necessarily the devil's energy, but he's funny. Here's a tower that I'm not familiar with. Probably rode past it 1,000 times, just don't know the name of it. Could be the Sears Tower or some other tower. Now I know this is Grace Kelly. I recognize her. Grace Kelly is the star. Grace Kelly she was famous, and definitely I think she was from Philadelphia, but she's a famous person. Just type in Grace Kelly and she'll definitely come up. This is City Hall. Over City Hall, Philadelphia, is that very statue, and that statue is William Penn. So if you ever go to City Hall, you will definitely see this. Great idea for the moon. This is the sun, another statue that must be downtown somewhere. I say must be because I'm not familiar with it. This looks like Eastern State Penitentiary. I bet you that's what this is. It's in North Philadelphia. It was an old jail that's said to be haunted, and people take haunted tours through it every Halloween. And this is the cast from, I think it's called It's Never Sunny in Philadelphia. It's a show about Philadelphia. The guy in the center is Danny DeVito, and his co-stars are around him. I've never watched the show, to be honest with you. I've never had an interest, but it's probably pretty cool. The clothespin. Remember I told you we have a huge statue of a clothespin in the middle of downtown Philadelphia. I think it's because Philadelphia used to have a lot of industrial buildings, and one of them was like a whole street where they had factories where they made clothes. So I'm not sure if that's what the clothespin symbolizes, but this deck will definitely encourage me to find out. So as you can see, all of the wands are the clothespin. So the clothespin is the wands. The cups are the cheese sticks, as we're getting ready to see. Very clever. It's a very clever deck. The card stock is phenomenal. This stock is phenomenal. It's gilded on the edges, as you can see. Gold gilded. The card stock is phenomenal. It feels like it's going to be easy to shuffle. Not too glossy, but a little bit of a gloss on it. And a good size. A good standard size. Not too big and definitely not too small. All right. Now, these people that are depicted in the wands with these clothespins, they're all city workers. This is the uniform of the Philadelphia city workers, that blue on blue, which is, now that I'm looking at it, really not a great color choice. I guess if you're working, you're not concerned about fashion, right? But yeah. Look at those clothespins. I love this. This is Philadelphia. Like real rap, like one of the words we use in Philadelphia is join. Join is one of our favorite words. Everything is a join. A join is basically a noun. So this join is decent. This is a decent deck. Now we have the Page of Wands. Not quite sure who he is, but I'm definitely going to find out. I know this one, the Knight of Wands. That's Meek Mill. I know Meek Mill's when I see Meek Mill's, and that's Meek Mill's. Really love Meek. Meek gets a lot of love as a rapper. I don't know who this woman is, but she looks like she would have been from like the 1800s sometime for the Queen of Wands. Must be an artist, very fitting. And this gentleman as well. So this is really cool because not only do they have all of these like depictions from Philadelphia, but also it give me some history lessons as well, figuring out who each person is. The quill. I have a quill and I have some ink, but I've never used it. I was thinking it was going to be very messy. That's one of our famous bridges right there. It connects Philadelphia to New Jersey. I think it's called the Benjamin Franklin Bridge, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to figure out who these people are. Now, these people in the swords looks like to me, with the quills, I should say, looks like this is the parking authority. So first we had the city workers that work like downtown, and now we have the parking authority. The parking authority often is a thorn in Philadelphians' side. Oh, this is Boathouse Row, by the way, behind him. Boathouse Row lights up at night. All those houses are empty and they light up at night, and it's really beautiful. It's along the river in Philly. Along with, I think, what is that called? Kelly Drive. You can see it from Kelly Drive and you can see it from 76. Those two roads, you can see that. I like these. These are very colorful, very colorful energy. Yeah, we don't like the Philadelphia Parking Authority, only because it's not their fault. But I mean, come on, it's nowhere to park, and you're constantly getting the ticket. You know, anybody that lives in Philly knows what I'm talking about. It's between $16 and $20 to park your car downtown. So very frequently, the Philadelphia Parking Authority everybody's upset with them. I don't know who he is. The Page of Swords. Some kind of must be a famous musician. I'm thinking jazz musician. That looks like Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm going to have to look it up and see if that's who that is. This looks like Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday did live in Philadelphia for some time, but I don't think she's from Philadelphia. I'm not certain. I think she's from Baltimore, but lived in Philly for a while, if I'm not mistaken. This is definitely Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman has a bridge, too, that leads to New Jersey. And Walt Whitman was he passed away, but he's a famous poet. Look at that. The Pentacles is the Septibus token. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. They do a run in Philadelphia. All cities do those marathons. So these people in the in the Pentacles, in the tokens, I should call it, they all have on marathon clothes. So I guess they're running the Philadelphia marathons. That's cool. Great depiction for that. Oh, look at them. They look cold. They look so cold out there. And Philadelphia does get so very cold. Giving everybody some water. Thank you, sister. That was very clever to use Deceptibus tokens. Very, very clever. I'm in love with that. That is cool. Look at him. All right. He looking good. We have different ages. We have different time periods. We have different colors. We have children. We have older people. This is a very diverse deck. I am loving it. This looks like, okay, if you go to Philadelphia, there's a place there called the Farmers Market. What is that Farmers Market called? It's at, I cannot remember, but this pig is outside of it. It's like a farmer's market. It's in downtown Philadelphia. Reading Terminal, it just came to my mind. Reading Terminal. And in Reading Terminal, there's a pig. This pig is somewhere there, and you can buy all kinds of fresh fruits, vegetables, sandwiches, pretzels, all kind of stuff. It's a very famous spot. Great prices. So if you're ever in Philadelphia, check out Reading Terminal. Another talented person that I don't know who it is. I love how they're all on bicycles. This looks like Patti LaBelle. Miss Patty. Every Philadelphian knows Patty. Patty is from Philadelphia. As a matter of fact, she has a house around the corner from where I used to live. Everybody love Patty. I call her Aunt Patty. Love Aunt Patty. Will Smith, our golden boy. West Philadelphia, born and raised. Our golden boy is the King of Pentacles. Love it. Now, the cheesesteaks are the cups. I love cheesesteaks. Seriously, love them. Oh, they look so delicious. Cheesesteaks can be with beef or they can be with chicken. They usually have American cheese or provolone cheese on them. It's just a huge sandwich. But I have had cheesesteaks all over the world. It's a very famous delicacy in Philadelphia for those of us that eat meat. And I've been all over the world and they've tried to duplicate it because it's so popular and nobody gets it right. You gotta go to Philly for an authentic cheesesteak, man. Nobody gets it right. I mean, places around Philly like Chester, they had a good cheesesteak. Maryland even had a okay cheesesteak, but if you really want the real deal, you have to go to Philadelphia, and there are a couple places you can go. My favorite place is called Max's on Broad. What is that? Max's on Germantown and Erie. That's my favorite place to get a cheesesteak. But there's also Ishkabibbles on South Street. Great place to get a cheesesteak. Everybody has their favorite. And tourists always go to Pat's or Geno's. And that's down South Philly. But to be honest with you, Philadelphians don't go there. That's a tourist spot. You know, you take tourists there when they come to the city. Every Philadelphian has a favorite cheesesteak place, and it's usually in the hood. The hood makes the best cheesesteaks. You just gotta go during a time when it's safe outside, like in the morning time, in the daytime. You never want to go to anybody's hood anywhere in the world in the middle of the night. Now, I remember they said these two gentlemen were make music. I don't remember their names, but they are famous. They're Philadelphia legends for their music. Look at him with his cheesesteak. Oh, I love it. This is the Queen of Cups. I don't remember her name. I do not remember her name. I might have to look them up. And this is one of the Eagles. Don't ask me which one because I don't know anything about sports. All right, so that's the Philadelphia Tarot. And real fast, I'm going to look and see if the book tells us the names of the people that I didn't know. Okay, so their names are all of them. They called him the Green Gesture. Kurt Vile is the magician. Terry Gross is the high priestess. We knew Betsy Ross. We knew Benjamin Franklin. We knew Questlove. Well, I knew Questlove. Let me see. The Kiss, that's the name of the statue. Rocky. The Hermit was Isaiah Zagard. That's the gentleman that made that. They call it Philadelphia's Magic Gardens on South Street. That was Boys to Men. Justice is Jason Kelch. The Liberty Bell, we knew that one. Edgar Allan Poe, we knew him. Temperance is Joel Embiid. That's the guy that I thought was Julius Erving, so it's not him. It's another famous basketball player. The Orange Beast. So they renamed them. They didn't use their real names. The Tower is the Comcast Center. Grace Kelly is definitely the star. That was definitely City Hall. So I knew enough of these. I know enough of my Philadelphia history to get these together. The Sun was Logan Circle. Eastern State Penitentiary, the one I told you was haunted. And It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Good. Now we know what the suits are. I just wanted to know. Okay, so for the cups, Gamble and Huff were the Page of Cups. That was the two gentlemen that I said were music legends. Michael Solomonov, I don't know him. Artist, founder of Creative Fields. Okay. Oh, that was Miriam Anderson. Okay, the Queen of Cups. And Nick Foles. Okay, so he was the football player. I didn't know who it was. Filbert the Pig. We know Filbert the Pig is at Reading Terminal Market. That's what the full name of it is, Reading Terminal Market. Chuck Barris was the Knight of Pentacles. That was Aunt Patty. That was Will Smith. So we got some of these on point. Frank Furness, that was Meek Mill, Mary, David Lynch. I don't know who those two people are. Coltrane. Oh, the one with the saxophone. That was Coltrane. Got it. Knight of Swords is Kevin Bacon. Oh, yes, Kevin Bacon is from Philly. That's right. That was Billie Holiday. So it says that, it doesn't say if she, it says that she was an icon, definitely. And I was right about Walt Whitman. I know Walt Whitman when I see Walt Whitman, and that was Walt Whitman. Got it. So that's it. That is the Philadelphia Tarot. So, guys, I think this is a fantastic deck. I think that it's beautiful. I told you the edges are gilded. I love that. The cardstock is amazing. This is the back of them. What is that on the back? It's each of the items. It's a cheesesteak. It's a cheesesteak, accept the bus token, the quill. So it's everything that was on there. All of the suits redone. So like I said, this is beautiful. Yeah, great size for my hands. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna cleanse these with some sage, and I'm gonna use these. All right, guys, so we're gonna put them back inside of their box. And that is our unboxing. So anybody who was interested in getting the Philly Tarot, if you're from Philly or you're just a Philadelphia fan or whatever the case is, I highly recommend this deck. It is good quality, it's very creative, and it's great. I recommend it. 10 out of 10. All right, guys, come back soon because you guys know I got much more to say. See you later.